So all of a sudden we're catching a right. This is not sure if this is size or not. Might be just over. Yep, just over. And let them to let go. There we go. And nice big crab. He's nice and hard. Got that one. Thought that was a big one. Check that one out. Another cracker. Got to be 4.5, 5 pound crab, that, or even bigger. Absolute beauty, that. That's what they're like when they're small. Crab. You know, that's probably not like far off the size limit. And this I think is too small. One in there. Very nice crab. That beaut. Absolute beauty. Right. This is. Spider crab with no claws. Looks like he's been fighting with a push anchor. Leaving that on, you'd be better off to take it off like that. Now it'll grow a new one. Nice one, nice male. That'll be undersized. Set this way. Alright, big enough. So we're down at the boat, we're about to head out. It's going to be a very short trip because look at that fog. If that comes down, that won't be good. Well, it's down, but it comes down anymore. And there's our 2 pots we lost the other week. Little hole in the side, nothing more than that. Which somebody's actually found them. Now we went out the other day and couldn't find, this is the set we couldn't find. Then we had a dirty great storm, so they obviously went for a walk during that storm and somebody found them and was kind enough to put them on my boat. My pots are easy to know because of the colour of them, but I've also got the name or the number of the boat on the can. It was only a can, so they look alright. I mean, there's a little bit of damage there, but that might have been already broken. Apart from that, they look fine, so there you go. So if you're watching this, whoever brought them in, thank you very much. Right, we're going to take the dinghy and we're going to head out for a bit, and like I say, it might only be a short trip this. We'll see how we get on. Water out. Hopefully the camera won't get too damp today, because it is a bit drizzly. And I think we'll just take the one rod, take out the net. Trouble with where I've got this dinghy, it's near a bush. You get a lot of the bush end up in your boat. Okay, the anchor, in case we need to stop, or if the fog gets too thick, we can always throw it down, wait out the fog. Plus it's useful when you come back in, so the boat doesn't float away if you take too long to come up the beach. Right, I think we've got everything. So I've got the old flotation suit on again. It's not cold, it's actually very warm for this time of year. That's why there's so much fog. That's another thing, is fog. If you live on an island, you're going to get fog. People don't seem to understand that, some people who move to the island. They move to the island and they start complaining about how the planes won't fly and that. Well, yeah, we've got thick fog, it's an island. Anyway, let's get out there. As you can see, the fog has come down pretty thick now. I'm hanging out by this rock. I know where we are, we're not far offshore. I went to see if I could get to one of the pots, but then it started to get thick, so I came back again before I lost sight of the rocks and that. I can always get that pot that's out there another day, but it's just having the opportunities to get out there that's the issue at the moment, because I know we're getting 4 6s again all week, or 5s and 6s. Well, been fishing for, I don't know, hour and a half, something like that, and nothing. I mean, it's been a couple of months since we caught a fish in here, so yeah, not looking good at all still. So we're going to go and pull that pot. I did venture out a little further to go towards the other pots, but the fog just got too thick, so decided not to bother. In the big boat I would, but in this boat, small little boat like this, don't want to get caught out in the fog anyway, especially with an upcoming tide and an offshore wind. The other problem you've got as well is when it's that thick, is actually finding it anyway, being able to spot it. Right, let's go and check our pot that we've got in here. I do have one that I can get to, which is, I've seen it, I passed it when I came out. See if we've got any lobsters. Like I say, it's been out about 2 weeks, this pot, purely because of the weather. And like I say again, if I didn't go today, it'll be another, well, however long. I know it's going to be at least another week of wind, 4 6s, which isn't good enough for the dinghy, that's for sure. Right. Now hopefully it's not too damp for the camera, because it is drizzling. I also forgot my gloves, but it doesn't matter. I'll take these in, I think, this time. I haven't got any bait anyway to be able to bait them up. We'll bait it up. Luckily I had this one tied to a heavy weight, so when we did have a big storm it wouldn't have moved. So, are we going to get anything in the last lift of the year? Oh yes. Looks like a conger went in and died, which is useful because it baited the pot, and as you can see there's a lobster in there. There's 2 in there actually, but one might be too small. This crab is big enough, but it's got no claws. It's quite a decent crab, that. It's had a hard time though. There you go. Right, let me... This bucket's been a pain in the ass. There we go. What a time to not have your gloves. Right, so... I'm pretty sure that will be too small. Got a gauge somewhere. My bucket. There it is. So this one will be too small for sure. Yeah, too small. And this one will be big enough. So we've got a lobster. Ooh. Whoa, that is one lively lobster. It's the trouble, we haven't got gloves. Just have to get into the right position. There we go. This one will be definitely size. Yeah. And that one is big enough. So that'll be supper sorted. Well, probably for tomorrow. There we go. Right. Just chuck out this bit of old bait. Get that crab out and then we'll be off. I think I'll open the end up, but I'll do it off camera because it'll take a while. So there you go. I actually did manage to get to that pot. I've got 3 lobsters. This one and this one are just over. This one's well over the size limit. And I've got an aunt coming actually in a couple of days, so lobster will be on the menu. As you may be able to still see, the fog has dropped again. It's got quite thick. This is the problem in the winter. If it's warm, it's foggy, and if it's not warm, it's windy and wet. Anyway, I'm going to call it on the dinghy for this year. We'll come back to the dinghy next spring probably, or next year. We'll see how the weather is. There's no fish. I'm not catching anything in the bay. It's been terrible in the bay for the whole year, really. That bay has just been awful for fishing. So I'm not going to bother with that anymore. And we'll concentrate on the shore. And there may be 1 or 2 videos still coming from the boat. I don't know. It depends when this video goes up. But we will get out at some point from the shore and see what we can find. On top of that, we've got the season where you're allowed to ormer for a few months, which is the abalone. So we'll be popping down the beach on 1 or 2 of those tides, and I'll probably film that as well. And we'll see if we can pick up some of those abalones.